having these dreams, y'all. So I don't know, he just comes to me sometime, and sometime he just lay it out there. So I start having these dreams of me at my job. But my job setting in the dream was like a gym, like a high school gym is the setting of the dream, but that was my job in the dream. So in the dream, I would get up to go to work. And while I'm working, I'm mingling with people that I know. But there's this one particular person in the dream that I know very well from my current job. He would present himself to me as, I don't know, it was just little instances of real things that really happen in real life between this person and I. And so, in one of the dreams, I had left my job. And then when I came back, he was one of the first people in the dream. He was one of the first people to welcome me back. But in the dream, God didn't allow me to see his face at all. But I could tell his aura in the dream that was this person, or who, y'all know how weird dreams can be. It's the person even though they don't have a face. Okay, so I had about 3 dreams about this one particular person. And the first dream was I had gotten up to go to work, and I got there and I was going to meet 2 of the managers that I know. But when I got there, they had some meeting going on. And so I had to just walk around and mingle and say hello to people I hadn't seen in a while. And somehow I ripped my dress. So I recall seeing a linen closet down the hall. So I ran to the linen closet to grab a white sheet and was tying the white sheet around me, trying to make a skirt out of it. And down the hall comes this same person, and they're walking down the hall and they're looking fine, y'all. He was dressed really nice, and he was the opposite image of who he currently is. He was actually the image of how I envision my spouse to be, like well-dressed, well-spoken, very respectful, polite, nice, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Down to earth or whatever. And so he was walking down the hall and he saw me. He said my name, And as I looked at him, he went towards the exit door and he was looking out the exit door. And as he looked out the exit door, a female walked up the steps and kindly gave him a peck on the lips. I said, okay, he has someone. And as they were leaving, she stared me down as to say, I got him. Okay, fine. He looked back at me. He said, I'm sorry. And I woke up. That was dream number 1. Dream number 2 about this person. And I have all of these in my phone. I don't know. Dreams make books. So I've been like typing these things up. So dream number 2 about this person was, this was my first day back at work. And like I said, he was one of the first people to welcome me back. So I was walking down the hall and I was headed towards the elevator, and he just popped up out of nowhere. He was standing shoulder to shoulder with me as we walked down the hall. And he was just, kind of talking, welcoming me back and whatever. And then at the end of it all, I noticed I never saw his face. I never looked at him. And just as we were leaving each other, the elevator door was open. I get on the door and he turns and he looks at me and I saw his face. So the face that I saw was not the person, in real life. It wasn't that person, but it was still his aura. It was still his spirit. It was kind of like I knew him. You know what I'm saying? It was a familiar spirit. Let me say that. It was a familiar spirit. But this guy's face in dream number 2 was not this other guy. Okay. So he said, as he walked away, can I call you? And first of all, I was thinking, can you call me? And I looked at him and he said my whole name, first and last name. I'm like, okay, I don't know this guy, but clearly he knows me because he knows my first and my last name. Okay. So I told him yes. And he walked away and I woke up. Okay. Dream number 3 about this same person. Dream number 3, I was same workplace at work, and it was the same little basketball type high school gym type setting, all white, and walked into work. And I walked towards the back of the office, and I was talking to a young lady, and apparently I had asked her to send him a message, right? And so when I walked in that morning, I asked her, I was like, girl, so did you text him or did you email him? She was like, yeah, I did. I said, okay, well, what did he say? What did he say? And she said, turn around, ask him yourself. So girl, I turned around, and there he was. He was standing right behind me. And I turned around, I walked up on him, and in my mind, I was having this full conversation with myself, like, oh my God, there he is. Do I run over there to him and show him how happy I am to see him? Do I play it cool, and just walk up on him and be like, hey, what are you doing here? So I played it cool, of course. Me, never let him see you sweat. Yeah. God said, I don't know why you do that either. The more you keep doing that, they confused. They don't know if you like them or not. You so cool. You got to show them how you feel a little bit. Just a little bit. Let them know you interested, girl. Anyway. So in the dream, I walked up on him, and he just started going in about how he felt about me. Like, he just started saying, he noticed the things that he would say to me, that I would say to him, that was encouraging to him. I was very calming to him. And at the time when we were hanging out, yada, yada, he didn't realize who I really was to him. And then I was like, hold on. We were in the middle of the office in the dream. And I said, so you're going to do this right here? You're just going to come at me like this right here. You're just going to do this right here. So while we were talking, some dude at work just started yelling out, what are y'all doing? Y'all rehearsing for a movie or whatever? And so we looked at him, we laughed, we were like, no. And he went on about his business of telling me how he felt about me and how he would like to move this forward. So after that happened, I woke up. So of course, I'm just like, okay, God, that is dream number 3. What are you trying to tell me? So there was so much to unpack in those 3 dreams. So, of course, I went to God and I prayed about them, and I had so many messages. The first one, when my skirt tore and he was coming down the hall and he saw the woman come up the steps and give him a kiss, it was just like, okay, God, what was that? Is my kingdom spouse held up somewhere with another woman? And that was during the season where God had me really praying for him and just, praying over him and releasing him from things and showing him things and binding things in the spirit for him. And so as I still do, God calls me to it, to pray even more fervently for him. I do it. But I pray for my spouse, wherever he may be, all the time. I'm praying for you, wherever you are, all the time. But God conveyed to me that he's praying for me too. So I thank God for that. So in the second dream, it was just another version of, my spouse, how he's going to come. He's just going to come up and let me know that, because remember, y'all, I said in the second dream that I didn't know him, but he knew my first and my last name. And I didn't know him. And then God didn't reveal his face to me until we were walking away from one another and I was already on the elevator. So in that dream, God was like, conveying to me in the dream that, he's just going to come up swiftly, and I'm not going to have an opportunity to kind of read him a little bit, because y'all, I be reading these boys. I read them when they come up to me, their intentions or whatever, I can see through what they're about, and I don't give them a chance. But God doesn't want me to do that this time. He wants me to let him in because he's shown me how to see it in the spirit, but he don't want me to be in the spirit so much that I miss it. You know what I'm saying? So then he gave me the third dream. God is amazing, y'all. So he gave me the third dream, which kind of conveys to me that how, this guy came to me in my job in the dream, and he was just unloading how he felt about me. So God was just telling me, yo, I'm going to bring him to you, but he's going to be about his business about you. He's going to come straight at you. He's going to be intentional about you. He's not going to wait. He's not going to stare you down and see you one day and not say anything. And then the next day, he going to come straight up at you. So be ready to receive. I'm not going to give you, this is God talking to me, I'm not going to give you an opportunity to read the brother from head to toe so you can be like, nah, he ain't it. Because that's what I do, y'all. That's what I do. I be checking a brother out from head to toe. Not just their physical selves, y'all. Don't get me wrong. But I check the brother out on his approach to me, what he says, what I see him doing when I see him. This is what I do. God does not want me to do that this time. So soon enough, your girl is going to be married. I'll tell y'all more about him later, but it's just all God. It's all God. It's all God, and I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I've been waiting, because God has been doing just a miraculous thing in my life to show me that those relationships I had before, even the one marriage, that I was in, that was way back when, but it left an impression on my life that kind of put up a wall that I needed tore down to the ground, never to be built again, because it happened when I was so very young. That marriage happened when I was very young. So it kind of impacted me in a way that kind of, God has some work to do on you, girl, but she is ready. Not only now that I know how to love, which I've already known how to love, I'm ready to be loved. I'm ready to be loved because God showed me how he loves me. And he showed me how my husband's going to love me and how I am going to portray the love of Christ over his life and encourage him, and vice versa. And then in that, how God is going to give us, tasks to do together in the earth and messages to do and things we're going to do together. I'm just so excited for what's coming for me. So y'all, time to proclaim it and start living it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty excited. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Finds a good thing. He gonna get a good thing right here, y'all. That man is about to get a real, real good thing. A real, real good thing. Anyway, I love y'all so much. And until the next video, be blessed and be well. Peace out.